Remember when Sharina Hudson thought she hit the jackpot by getting with Kevin Hunter? Well, karma just delivered the biggest plot twist of 2025. And let me tell you, it is not pretty for Miss Sharina. While Wendy Williams is finally fighting back after that shady guardianship got exposed as questionable, Kevin's mistress turned baby mama is reportedly broke, in hiding, and according to multiple sources, she's the one who left him high and dry when the money ran out. For those who need a refresher, Sharina Hudson was Kevin Hunter's longtime mistress while he was married to Wendy Williams. We're not talking about a quick fling here. This relationship went on for over a decade, while Kevin was managing Wendy's career and spending her money. In 2019, Sharina had Kevin's baby, and that's when everything blew up publicly. Wendy filed for divorce, and suddenly Kevin and Sharina thought they were about to live happily ever after, on Wendy's dime. But here's where it gets interesting. When Wendy's contract with her show wasn't renewed, and she later ended up in that controversial guardianship, the money train came to a complete stop. And Kevin, who was receiving around $250,000 per month in alimony, suddenly found himself with empty pockets. The divorce settlement had included a clause that if Wendy's show got canceled or suspended, she wouldn't be obligated to keep paying him. Whoever negotiated that clause deserves an award, because it's the only thing protecting Wendy's finances from Kevin's endless attempts to drain her bank account. In late 2022, Kevin filed court documents claiming he was completely broke and couldn't pay his bills. He said he was behind on his mortgage, his car insurance for those luxury vehicles he loved so much, and even owed money to his homeowners association. The court denied his requests to reinstate the payments. He took out loans against 2 of his cars and eventually had to sell the house he shared with Sharina. The mansion in Parkland, Florida that he purchased for about $795,000 sold for $1.25 million because he couldn't afford the payments without Wendy's money. Then, in 2024, Kevin tried a different approach. He filed paperwork requesting that the court overturn the entire divorce, claiming Wendy had hidden $48 million during their divorce proceedings. Can you imagine? He was willing to go through that whole messy process again just to get access to more of Wendy's money. Wendy's guardian pushed back hard, arguing he had no case to reopen the proceedings. His latest move was filing a $250 million lawsuit in June 2025 against Wells Fargo, Wendy's guardian, and basically everyone involved in her conservatorship. Now, he tried to frame this as him fighting for Wendy's rights, but Wendy herself called him out. She told TMZ he's a money grubber and said it's good to know he's doing such evil things again. Her attorney confirmed she had no knowledge of the lawsuit and stated they certainly don't need his help. In October 2025, a judge threw out the entire case, ruling Kevin couldn't file on Wendy's behalf. He can refile, but only in his own name. Kevin is no longer Wendy's husband. He doesn't have power of attorney. Their son is an adult now. This was nothing more than another desperate attempt to get his hands on money he has no legal right to access. But while Kevin was busy filing all these lawsuits, something interesting was happening with Sharina. She completely disappeared from social media. Her Instagram went private, and sources say she deactivated most of her online presence. Nobody could find her. There were no posts showing off designer bags, no vacation photos, no glimpses of that soft life she thought she was going to live forever. According to multiple sources close to the situation, as Kevin's financial problems got worse, the relationship between him and Sharina started falling apart. They were arguing constantly about money and what to do next. And here's the twist that nobody saw coming. Sources claim that Sharina is the one who left Kevin, not the other way around. She reportedly realized that the only reason she was with Kevin in the first place was for the lifestyle he could provide using Wendy's money. Without that money, there was nothing there. Reports claim that Sharina moved back in with her mother to get her finances together. She started working on her wellness business. She's been promoting Vegan Nose, her plant-based food brand, and her athleisure line called Vish. These are just hobby projects. She's been hustling to make these businesses work. This is the same woman who spent years living in luxury, wearing designer clothes, and not worrying about bills because everything was paid for by someone else's hard work. Recently, Sharina quietly reactivated her social media, but it looks completely different now. Gone are the posts about luxury and leisure. Now it's all business. she's promoting her wellness brands, advertising her vegan products and athleisure wear, and basically doing whatever she can to make money. The aesthetic has completely changed, from soft life influencer to hustling entrepreneur out of necessity. Multiple sources claim Kevin and Sharina have separated, though neither has confirmed this publicly. But all the signs are there. She reportedly left and went back to live with her mother. He's nowhere to be seen in her recent posts. The relationship that destroyed a marriage and humiliated Wendy Williams on a public stage has apparently crumbled under the weight of financial reality. Meanwhile, Wendy is finally starting to see some vindication. In November 2025, a new medical assessment confirmed she does not have frontotemporal dementia, which was the entire basis for putting her under that strict guardianship in the first place. For over 3 years, everyone from the judge to her former manager to Wells Fargo to her guardian Sabrina Morrissey kept Wendy locked out of her own money, based on a diagnosis that now appears to be incorrect. The guardianship was initially put in place in early 2022, after Wells Fargo raised concerns about undue influence and financial exploitation. Later, reports emerged claiming Wendy was cognitively impaired and had been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. Now that new assessment is proving what many people suspected all along. This whole guardianship situation was questionable from the start. Wendy's legal team is now using these new medical findings to fight for her freedom. They're expected to file motions within the next 2 weeks, requesting the guardianship be terminated. If the judge denies the request, her attorney, Joe Tacopina, plans to demand a jury trial. Wendy might not be returning to television anytime soon, and she may not be working in the immediate future, but at least she has a real fighting chance now to end this exploitative arrangement and get control of her life back.
What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying the story so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Okay, now back to the story.
The irony of this entire situation is hard to miss. Kevin and Sharina were so confident they would live comfortably forever on Wendy's earnings. They didn't think about what would happen if she got sick or if the money stopped coming. They just assumed the gravy train would never end. Sharina walked into this relationship knowing Kevin was married, knowing he was using his wife's money to finance their affair, and she didn't care. She wanted the lifestyle more than she wanted integrity. Now both of them are facing the consequences of those choices. Kevin is filing desperate lawsuits that keep getting rejected or dismissed. Sharina reportedly left him and is working multiple businesses trying to stay afloat and take care of her daughter. The house is gone, the luxury cars got loans taken out against them, the designer lifestyle disappeared, and the relationship that was built entirely on spending someone else's money couldn't survive without it. People online are having a field day with this news. The comments are brutal. One person wrote, "I would never be comfortable with any man surviving solely on another woman's dime." Another said, "What's sick is he and his side chick actually planned on living off Wendy for the rest of their lives." Someone else commented, "I don't feel bad for him or Sharina. This is exactly what they get." And honestly, it's hard to argue with that perspective. This isn't about celebrating someone's downfall. It's about recognizing that actions have consequences. Kevin chose to betray his wife of over 20 years, the woman who built her career with him by her side. Sharina chose to participate in that betrayal. They both chose to believe they deserved to live luxuriously off Wendy's hard work without ever contributing anything themselves. The story isn't over yet. Kevin will probably file more lawsuits. Sharina will keep trying to build her businesses. And Wendy is still fighting to get out from under that guardianship and reclaim her independence. She hasn't won yet, but she's fighting back harder than ever, with real evidence on her side. But this chapter shows that eventually, reality catches up with everyone. You can't build a life on someone else's foundation and expect it to stand when that foundation gets taken away. So was anyone really surprised when Sharina reportedly walked away from Kevin once the money dried up? Probably not, because the relationship was never really about them. It was always about what they could take from someone else. And now there's nothing left to take. What do you think about this situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on Wendy Williams and what happens next with Kevin and Sharina, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for sticking with me until the end.
If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. I'll see you in the next one.